Welcome to the Frank Prince Show. I'm your host, Frank Prince. I want to thank last guest on my show, Klein, for a great job, and congratulations on your success. And, you know, we do things different. Well, I do things different. And this week, I have special guest from our Heroes Night Out, Carol Klein.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Tell us what you do for a living.
Well, actually, I am a special ed teacher's assistant.
Okay.
I work with children with autism and a lot of different disabilities. And I also do children's entertainment with my son. And my family and I started an organization for the veterans.
Okay. And that's Heroes Night Out.
That's
right?
our Heroes Night Out, yes.
And when did that start?
I'd say about 5 years ago.
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. They actually hired me to do an event for them at the Veterans Place. I met a bunch of veterans there. They were all the homeless veterans. I was supposed to actually entertain the kids, but there really wasn't that many children. So what happened was I started entertaining all the guys there. And I was showing them some balloons and some magic and everything. And I talked to the woman who hired me. And I said, like these guys really felt like, they had an interest in learning making balloons and everything. My son and I would like to spend a night and do that. And she's like, you really think they'd like to do it? And I was like, well, let's give it a try. So my son and I went there about a week later. We did a balloon workshop for them. The woman, Deborah, who's in charge, called me up the next day, and she was like, they loved it. They slept with their balloons all over the place. They were showing all the other guys. They were showing off, and they loved it. So from there, I was like, well, if they like that, let's see what else I can do for them. And I just started making phone calls and seeing who else could come and, entertain the guys and spend time with them.
And these are homeless veterans in the
Yes.
Northport VA, correct?
Yes, there's a facility at the Northport VA, and they get to live there for about 3 or 4 months.
This show is reaching out to the homeless veterans. And we don't hear that much. And I want to bring awareness. And people don't know. Maybe they could contact their local VA and look them up, because they served our country, and we got to give them respect, and I commend you on that.
Thank you.
It's bringing peace and joy in their lives.
Yeah, and it's just showing that we do honor them, we support them. There's a couple of vets there, especially the Vietnam vets, who didn't feel like they got their just when they came home. And one of them actually said, we came home and nobody said anything to us. They just pretended we weren't there. And he said, and then finally, people are recognizing that we were at a war and we did something for our country, because everybody just wanted to close their eyes of that. And,
Right.
He was like, thank you so much for doing this for us.
As of 2009, I believe there was over 500,000 homeless vets in the United States, and is growing,
Yeah.
and that's sad.
Well, it's sad that anybody has to be
Yes,
homeless.
absolutely, but,
It's just-
veterans, we don't know about that.
No, they just kind of sweep
How
it
do
under
they
the...
get placed in the VA?
I
What's
really,
like the process?
truthfully, I don't know, because everybody asks me that, and truthfully, I really don't get involved with any of the political parts of it. I know they get to live there for 3 or 4 months. Some of them are just homeless. Others do have their problems. So they go through programs and everything, and then they get placed in like a beacon home or other apartments and all, so they try to find them
So
homes.
they go from home to home, because they lived there 4 months?
Well, they get to live there for 4 months, and like I said, some of them are just truly homeless, and they're just trying to get it together and
Got it.
find work, and others do have to go to a program before they can find them homes. And I think the Beacon Home is like basically a house or apartments that they can live at, but they have to go from the VA facility to that. And truthfully, I really don't know, because I tell people I just really don't get involved with the politics of it.
Right,
I really don't. I just go there.
for the
we-
entertainment.
For the
You're the-
entertainment, to support
put on a
them,
show.
to put a smile on their faces for a
Right.
little bit,
And how
then
can people get in contact with you?
they could just give me a call.
Okay.
Just call us. We're always looking for, you were there the other night. Thank you so
I was
much.
there. I was supposed to do comedy, and I brought a band with me,
Right.
and Running Loose.
And they
Great
took-
job. Thank you. They
They
took
took
the
over the whole
floor, and, you know, it happens.
Right.
You know, when,
The guys loved it. And it's
and I wasn't going to interfere.
Right.
You know, you're watching all these people, the joy and the smile, and I
Right,
just let them
yeah.
run with it.
Yeah,
That's
and
why
like
it's
I-
Running Loose.
Yeah, and I tell people like all the time, there's really not a large group of people. Like you saw, might have been 6 or 7, but truthfully, it's almost like whoever comes, they're like, those are the 6 or 7 people that need us to be there, and we're there. That's it. And Running Loose played like there was like a house full of people. you know?
That's what they do.
Yeah. You know, and all the other people, they just come and they do their comedy, they do the baking. I had someone come do yoga, I had someone come do crafts. I mean, I just look for any motivational speakers. In fact, one motivational speaker came from Westchester. And when I contacted him first, I didn't realize he came from Westchester. And I was like, oh my God, that's too long of a ride. And he's like, how far did they go to support us, you know, and to fight for
Absolutely.
us? Westchester's not that far. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was just amazed that he came all the way from Westchester to talk to these 10 people that were there. And that was great, because one of the guys who was talking, and one of the guys, you could see the light bulb come off of his head and said, now I get what you're saying. And I hope that helped him in his journey.
And
Yeah.
I watched everybody with their joy in their face. Once you do that and experience it, there's no, wow.
Yeah.
It is wow,
Yeah.
bringing people joy like that.
Yeah, and it's great because there is a lot of people that do call me and say, okay, I'm coming back. And the Millerage Inn, the restaurant in Jericho, they actually were the very first people who said, we'll do something for you. And they had all the guys, 50 people, come to their restaurant, donated everything. And I had a comedian come and, you know, magician come, one of my friends, Phil Levy.
Okay. How many times a month is this?
We try to do 1 or 2 times a month, depending on, you know, who I talk to and who I can have come, you know, and do a program for them.
And how long does it last usually?
We
Like
go
the time
from,
set?
Yeah, we go from like 7 to 9 or so, depending on, you know, what the guys are doing. And that's the other thing. You know, everybody's like, when do you want to do it? Where do you want to do it? And I'm like, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday night, you pick the date, and, you know, and we're
Oh,
there.
you're flexible.
I'm
It's
very
not the same.
flexible. It just has to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday nights are the nights that work best for them.
Okay. And that's good. You know, it's a really touching subject, you know. And there's a fundraiser coming up soon, right?
Yes, October 11th, we're doing a
April
fundraiser.
11th.
Oh, sorry, what did I
It's
say,
okay.
October 11th?
October. That's
I'm
okay.
skipping my whole life.
Don't be nervous. It's TV. It's
No, October 11th at the Levittown Hall, we're doing
April 11th.
Why do I keep saying October
There
11th?
must be something in your...
I know.
It's okay.
Okay.
April 11th.
April 11th, don't be there in October. April 11th at the Levittown Hall, we're doing a fundraiser. Frank is going to be the comedian. I have my friend Phil Levy, who's doing a magic show. I have somebody a young girl, Samantha Becker. She actually came to the VA and sang for the guys. They loved her. I asked her to come, so her and her family are going to come and they're going to sing. And then I have Knock 'em Dead Comedy, who's going to come and they're going to do a game show for us. And the money is actually going to be divided 3 different ways, because our Heroes Night Out, like it's a family organization. We don't really need a lot of money to raise it. We just need enough to buy T-shirts and a couple of things here and there. So we wanted to do something more for other community veteran places. So we're doing it for the Disabled American Veterans and Houndstowns, which is an incredible organization. They actually train service dogs for the veterans. So they're getting part of the proceeds too. So
And do you know more about that?
What?
Or that
Hound-
organization?
Houndstowns, like I said, actually, I met them because I had asked them to come. They brought one of the dogs there. They talked to the guys about the dogs. And again, incredible, because the guy that happened to be there, young kid, you could see he was young, my daughter's age. He came with his dog and he was talking to all the guys and he was talking to them about the program. They train them for about 6 weeks with the person there, with the veteran that needs the, the dog.
Right.
And they actually, he said he went through 2 other dogs before they found the right dog for him. So it's not like, here's your dog, you're doing this. They find the perfect dog for you. They train them one-to-one with the dog, and then the dog takes care of you for what your needs. And basically what he said was like, this dog was trained that, say, like if a car goes off or the fireworks go off, I guess he just had trouble with all that. He's like, that dog is trained to sit right by
Right
his
there.
side and be very calm, so now he could be very calm. And it was interesting because, like I just say to everybody, oh, did you find it okay? Because you know it yourself. You make the wrong turn in the Northport VA, you're somewhere
Oh,
else.
Tell me, that's why I went through the boiler room.
I know, right?
I wanted to check.
You wanted to
know,
see if
about
everything was okay.
security. The door was open. I went
Right.
in, up at the elevator, and that's
And you
it.
got a little lost. So it was just interesting because I said, oh, did you find the place fine? And he's like, I found it great. He was like, I was here once.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, okay. So he was giving back to the guys also,
Don't make a wrong turn in the Northport VA. You don't know where you'll end up.
I know, right?
I was in the boiler room. It's pretty nice
It's
and
pretty
clean
cool
down
there?
there, I got to tell you. But we're going to
Warm.
take a commercial break, and we'll be back more with the Frank Prince Show live.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have 2 practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Lime launch event here at Jewel. My name is Mike Aharoni.
My name is Bill Spikowski.
And we are the founders and creators of Network USA and Lime, Long Island magazine for entrepreneurs.
About relationships, meeting new people, trying to help them out and give back to other people.
Part of networking is really introducing people that you know to others. The worst thing you can do is trying to sell to people. You want to help them and they'll reciprocate.
Network USA is an incredible tool to work with. The tremendous amount of network is available under this banner.
Network USA, their launch party, 400 Long Island business owners coming together. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Anytime I've attended Network USA, the quality of the people that come to these events
We want to thank everyone
stellar.
coming here tonight, and our goal tonight is to make sure that everyone knows that networking does work.
We are reinventing networking right before your eyes.
We're back live on the Frank Prince Show, only on Madhouse TV. So you just told me during break you're a clown,
Yes, I am. Mhm,
And
My
how
son
long-
and I.
and your husband too?
No,
Okay.
just my son.
Just your son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't get him into it.
Why not?
I
I
don't
think
know.
you'd be,
He doesn't look
you'd
good
be a
with the red.
scary clown.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
over
look
there.
good with the red nose,
No.
that's why.
Now, how did that start for you?
Long story short, when my kids were younger, the Levittown Library, that's where I live, had a clown show. And you know what? Being a mom that needed something to do with their kids, I was like, let's go. We're going to see the show. It gets us out of the house. And I fell in love with the clowns more than my kids did. And I started talking to one of the clowns there, and she said, this is a volunteer group. We get together, we go to hospitals, we go to, different places just to visit people, do fundraisers for people. And I was like, oh, when do you do this? And she told me, and it just happened to be at the Levittown Library where they started. It was called Long Island Clown Enthusiast. And I was like, I'm going. So I left my husband home with the kids, and I said, I'll see you in a little while. And I just started volunteering and volunteering and volunteering and doing whatever I could and just learning everything I could about being a clown and the magic and the patter and, all that fun stuff. And it was just a way of me getting out of my own self, too, because I'm very shy, very nervous. I don't really like to talk to people that much, I'm getting out of it, because of Our Heroes Night Out and because of that. But I thought it was the coolest thing because people, you're wearing makeup, people come to you. I didn't have to go to anybody. So,
Right. When I first took comedy school, I wanted to crawl under the table. My
Mm-hmm.
first graduation class, it was by the table, but you
You
work
get over
and
it.
you progress and you
yes,
progress.
Yes. Yeah, and there's certain things you don't get over, but, you
Well,
do it.
you hurdle.
You hurdle
try
it.
to.
Yeah, you just hurdle over it. So, so ever since then, I just was doing a lot of volunteer work. My son and I still try to do a lot of different things with the community because through our business, we do a clothes drive, we do a food drive. And again, because of my clowning and our children's entertainment, I met the veterans, so it was just like all falls into place, where this is.
Yeah, it ties into each
It
other.
ties
One
into
circle.
each other.
Yes.
It's one circle. So, and my son, when he was 10 years old, I actually needed someone to come and do an event with me. And I needed somebody desperately, so I threw a costume on him. He went kicking and screaming, and he did a great job. And ever since then, he started working with me. So now, he does a really great job. He's, entertains. He's not more of a magician. He loves his balloons. But, he loves talking to the kids with his, and making all the balloons for the kids and everything. And he's a lot better than I am at making balloons, but I won't tell him that.
I heard you're a phenomenal balloon maker.
Thank you.
But was there school for it, or you just progressed as
You just
time
kind of learn. Back then, there wasn't YouTube.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I went to the library, took a lot of books out, and thank God my husband was very patient with me because I was like, see ya, and left him with the kids again, and he was just very supportive of it. It was just a lot of reading, going to my, all my groups that I went to, the clown group that I went to, some of the conventions, and just sharing with everybody. Now you can learn on YouTube, now it's just like, I want to find something out, I, go on YouTube and, it shows me. But I do belong to like 2 other magic groups, and we share with a lot of people, and I learn different magic and everything to kind of like learn and grow, because it's always something you just keep going.
Everything ties into each other.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You could you could throw a magic trick into your act.
Mm-hmm.
And how long does it take to put the makeup on?
I got it really
Stuff like
down.
that?
I don't really put a lot of makeup on
Okay.
now. When I first started, I had the wig on, I put a lot of makeup on, and then as I got older and feeling more comfortable, I tried, believe it or not, just not even wear makeup. I just wear very little makeup now, and I don't wear a wig because it just got too hot. So I just don't wear a wig, and I just wear a funny hat and a nice fun costume. And believe it or not, everybody's like, oh, the clown's here, the clown's here. Even when I dress in a magician's costume, which is just like black pants and a nice vest, they're like, oh, the clown's here. And I'm like, all right, if it works for you.
Yeah, everybody likes that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's a great feeling.
Oh, it is. It's really amazing. And it's just fun to, just being interactive with the kids and making them feel good, making them laugh, and even the parents,
Right, it's just being you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
It's clowning around.
Clowning around all the time. Can't stop.
No, you can't. It's an addiction.
It
you
is.
Just keep. Yeah.
It is.
There's so many different addictions out there, and it's a good, joyous one.
Yes, it is.
Do what makes you happy. People look at the money. If you don't have your health, you're really not going to have a lot. And focus on what you want to do, and just go do it.
And do it. And it really, like you said, it just...
Because you won't know if you sit back and you just let time go by. And then you'll be, oh, I could have done that 3 years ago.
Right.
And I'm like an example.
What, comedy, you mean?
Yeah, well, all my life I wanted to be a comedian, and I just let time by. I used to see all these... I used to work at the Narragansett Inn in Lindenhurst, and I worked comedy night because I love comedy.
Right.
And I'm like, that's me, that's me. Well, yeah, you got a 19-year-old, that's me. And
Right.
I was a kid. Yeah, that's me. There was no comedy school.
Right.
I used to go to Stefano's. There was comedians, doing their open mic. And
Right.
I'm like, okay, but I just weed away from it. You get distracted because
Life goes on.
But now I'm doing it and getting more aggressive at it because, you have to live and do what makes you happy.
Yep. And then, like you said, it goes full circle because with our clowning, we try our best to do like all our community work for it, and that's really, our blessing, and giving back,
Yeah, because I tie music in the comedy because music's my therapy,
Right.
without a copay. And maybe a drink or so. Okay, let's get back to Heroes Night Out.
Okay.
And
April 11th, I got it right this
11th,
time.
You did. And go ahead, April 11th.
Okay.
Repeat where it is.
Well, it's the
and-
Levittown Hall in Hicksville. I don't know the exact address of it, but everybody in the area should know Levittown Hall. It's a very big, popular place to be. It's going to be 7 o'clock. We're opening the doors. I have a couple of raffle prizes. I have a lot of people that were nice enough to donate to us so we could do some raffle prizes. We'll have a 50-50, and again, the proceeds are going to Our Heroes Night Out, Houndstowns, and Disabled American Veterans. Should I give them my phone number? How does that work?
Well, if they want to get in
If
touch
you wanna
with
get in
you
touch
to
with-
perform and other things,
Well,
yes.
if you want it, yes. And we're also looking, if you have any kind of talent, we're open to anything. We've had people who wanted to come to the homeless facility, I'm saying. You could get in touch with me. My number is 516-579-6524. The website is mismatchtheclown.com. You can check that out right on the homepage. It says Our Heroes Night Out. We have everything documented. You'll see Frank on there because he was there the other night, because I take pictures of everybody who comes to document it, everyone's name, because without them, we wouldn't have Our Heroes Night Out.
And we want to keep this organization going.
I would love
and
to.
A very inspirational, spiritual, and anything I could do for you.
Yes.
You got my support,
Thank you.
120%.
Thank you. So,
For our veterans,
Mhm.
and for you, mostly,
thank you.
for the veterans. But we work hard to
Yes.
do what we do to keep the thing going, and that's what we want to do.
Right, so. if
Keep
any-
them veterans smiling.
Yes, so if anybody has any kind of talent you think would be great for the guys to have, then please just give us a call and we'll be happy to have you there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday nights
And if
at the
anybody,
Northport VA.
if anybody wants to Facebook me on that, because everybody's usually posting, I'll refer you to Carol.
Okay.
And, you
Yeah,
can do
well,
what
he
you
has the
have.
flyer on the event also for April 11th,
I'm going to post
on
that
his-
tonight. And,
so you could see
do it
that there
again.
too. And you can give us a call, and, you know, if you'd like to come, it would be great to have you.
Yes, and we rock this place. And that's it. You
Yep,
know,
we'll
make
have
them
a fun
laugh,
night.
have a great time,
Mhm.
and Heroes Night Out. Well, that's a wrap. We're almost out of time. I want to thank you
Thank you for
for
having me.
being on the show.
And thank you for coming on Friday night. The guys loved it.
And I will
really-
be back to donate
hope
my
so.
time
Good.
to whatever, comedy, whatever it is. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Maybe you'll even get more than 2 minutes of comedy in.
Yeah, well, I won't have a band with me. Thanks, Running Loose. You took off with that one, but that's it. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I love you guys. And I'll see you same time next week, 12:30 p.m., the Frank Prince Show live. Oh, I want to thank everybody coming to New York City, okay? Thank you. I love this background.
Yeah,
It's
this is
great.
great.
This is
Really.
the Today Show.
I know.
Frank Prince, the Today Show, only on Madhouse TV. The Madman in the Madhouse. Oh, we're still rolling? Oh, all right. So wave goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, thank
Thank
you
you,
for
everyone.
letting me
See you
know
on
over
it.
there.